it is hard to describe, but then your life has some sort of no energy. It is cold. It is without any joy. It is rugged. It is lifeless, loveless, and you just try to make ends meet. You just, like, not only financial but as well as psychological, you only try to get through this, try to accomplish something, and then it is hopefully over. So you some sort of tumble from survival to survival. This is all what it is. This is all what life then in the end comes through, and then you are some sort of dominated by one emotion, and this is then hatred. I mean, you have lost your youth, you have lost your childhood, and these people could do this with you, whatever, over and over for years, and no one stopped it. It happened in plain sight. I mean, you hate the world, you hate everyone, but you cannot change it. I mean, this is true. Everyone says it. I mean, this is another of these stupid phrases. Well, you cannot bring back time, you cannot change it, and so on. Well, this is true, but it's not in a way that if you do not punish these people, that you will have no satisfaction or whatever. No, it is rather that you indeed cannot bring back memories, or that you can fill the void you have lived through. I mean, this nothingness you have experienced, and which some sort of still ails you, still staunches you. So nothing can change that. I mean, it does not soothe you. It does not mitigate the pain you feel because of the loss. The loss you don't know what. The loss you some sort of assume you would have deserved childhood, another trauma. This is what you deal with. This is what you struggle with. I mean, nothingness. This is what you, in the end, what in the end it all comes to, that you have lost so much of your life, and somehow it is then gone forever. And of course you cannot bring back time, because it would then change you. I mean, this is another one of these reasons, especially if you went through a trauma. You always ask yourself, if this wouldn't have happened, would I have some sort of known blissfulness? Would I have known joy, or a carefree life? I mean, or how would my life have been? I mean, this is something you always ask yourself, especially if you are a victim of abuse. I mean, firstly you always ask yourself, why me? Why did these scumbags did this with me? And then you always ask yourself, how would have my life changed if this wouldn't have happened? I mean, this would have, and this ails you, this bothers you, this does not leave you alone. You, no matter whether you try to switch it off, no matter whether you try to leave this behind, this never leaves you. You keep constantly thinking about it, how your life would have been, how it would have been changed. Maybe you assume it to yourself, well, maybe I would have been lucky, maybe I would have had all, maybe I would have enjoyed my life. I mean, these thoughts, they always pester you. They always, and you cannot switch them off because you always keep thinking about your abuse. So if you have been abused, you keep thinking about this abuse. You go over it over and over again. I mean, it doesn't stop. It doesn't leave you, and it is true that you then come to the conclusion, yeah, I cannot change it, it happened, but it makes you vengeful, it makes you hateful, it makes you to hate the world. This is, I think, the worst thing, that you have to make your peace with it. And this is hard. I mean, it is always easier said than done. Yeah, well, you have to make your peace with it. You cannot change it anyway. Well, you have been ruined. You have been burnt. Your life has been destroyed thoroughly. I mean, you are the human you are right now. This is not someone you are supposed to be. This is one of these thoughts you keep thinking about yourself, and then you feel this wrath, this hatred, I mean, to these people, and then this is what happened. Then to me it was not over. I mean, these scumbags, they abused you, they destroyed your life, and then it was not over. Even years later, their families, they came after you. They thought, well, let's pick up where one of our relatives left off. Even to this very day here in Turkey, you see this family of this abuser, of this scumbag, and they're sneaking around you. You see them, you have to face them every day, and it makes you hate them. It makes you despise them. I mean, you see these people's faces. You are always struck with them every day and every night, and this again some sort of leaves you stranded to a feeling of hopelessness, so that you cannot avoid it, so that these people, that they are everywhere, and that again you feel the weakness. You feel weakness because you assume they can do with you whatever they want. They have power over you, and this is what I felt in Austria, as well as here in Turkey, where you always meet these people, and they some sort of act around you in a certain way, act around you as if they would be entitled to do with you whatever they want, as if your life would belong to them, and you can't do anything else but hate them and despise them. And this is what I do. I hate all of these families. I mean, how could you anything else? I mean, what do you want to do? Forgive them? I mean, after what happened, I mean, these people ruined your lives, and then you have no peace after that, and you still have to deal with the families of these jerk-offs and of these scumbags, and these things, they make you infuriated. You lose your mind, and again you are brought back to this thought. I mean, how much is my life worth? I mean, what do these people see in me? This is again something you are bothered with. You try to figure out, and this is again what many victims of abuse think and go through. This is how other people perceive me. This is especially when you think of yourself, and especially keep repeating the same thought. Why me? Why was I chosen? And maybe, and then you some days you think I was chosen to be a victim course I some sort of may appear like a victim, maybe I may appear weak, and so, and this was the reason why they chose me. Where this is the reason why some felt entitled to ruin my life, and this is one of these thoughts you have, or a lot of your time is being wasted on this thought that some apparently think that you are weak, that you're meek, and that they can do with you whatever they want, and that they would own your life, and they are entitled to your life and destroy your life. And then you always some sort of try to assume or understand, or try to put yourself in all these others. How, and you ask yourself, why do or how do these people perceive me? What do they see in me, and what gives them entitlement to destroy my life? And then you always ask yourself, well, maybe. And then later on, if you are surrounded by these people, by these scumbags, families, and then you ask yourself, they are back again, they do not leave you, they bother you, they pester you, and then you still some sort of ask yourself, what do they see in me? I mean, do they see in me a weak man, or do they see in me someone that they can just kill or do whatever they want? And this makes you infuriated. This makes you vengeful. I mean, how could you forgive these peoples who think and assume that your life is not worth anything, that your life is not valuable, nothing of that kind? I mean, I'm no priest and I'm not a saint. How could anyone forgive them? This is nonsense. This is ridiculous. You cannot forgive anyone who has destroyed your life, who has left nothing but ashes. And no, this is stupid, and you cannot forget this. This is impossible. Even to this very day, you are faced by these people. Even to this very day, they don't leave you alone. So what is going on there? So it is not how things work. It is not how things work in reality. That's for sure. So and then you are left with all these struggles with trying to find your way. I mean, and then you always keep asking yourself, what is life? Is life only about survival? I mean, you have to face these peoples every day, and it really demands from you some sort of a cool head, or else you lose it, or else you lose it all. This is a big issue. I mean, there are some days you feel this wrath. I mean, you feel this hatred, and it goes above your head. I mean, it takes from you a lot of self-control, so that it is a struggle actually every day, especially if you see these people and you think yourself, these people, they apparently think of you as if you would be a victim. They apparently think of you as if they could do with you whatever they want, and this it makes you infuriated. It makes you vengeful, hateful. I mean, you see their stupid faces, and they somehow, in a way or another, they resemble these people's faces who did this to you, who could do this to you, who thought they were entitled to do. You see their stupid, smug faces. You see their ugly faces, their stupid smiles, and you see that they some sort of mock you. At least you feel that way. You assume, now look at this as if it was not enough that you went through hell. Now you have to deal with them as well. And